Here we are again at another week of COVID-19 and updates with the Ackerly at Timberland. I'd like to just first say thank you for tuning in and watching today and getting as much updated information as we can to you. A lot has not changed over the last week, which is refreshing. Um, there's no new protocols or anything that we need to really go over. But what I did want to do is just review where we are and make sure that we have a couple reminders out there. I also want to say that last week was nice to have Mother's Day and have families be able to come and do visitation outside and have that available to you. It was so nice to see families come together and be able to share that time together. Where we are this week is getting ready for Memorial Day, which is coming up on the 25th of May. So there's a lot of preparation that we're doing here, and you'll be able to read about that in your weeklies and dailies. And then also on channel 981, we'll post some more information for you so that you know what we're doing to celebrate Memorial Day. It will be quite different than last year because we're not able to still join together and have a celebration together, but we will be doing a lot of virtual and a lot of work on making sure that it is still a memorable Memorial Day. So let's talk about COVID-19 a little bit and how it's affecting us here. Again, we have no confirmed cases. We also have no employees that are reporting sick. So that is really, really good news. Again, we stay on top of that by making sure that all of our employees are screened every day. Any caregivers that are coming in are being screened, and any personnel that come in are being screened. And that's really, really helping. I know it may seem like we should be done with this by now, but we're not. So COVID-19 is still out there. It's still a threat, and it's still something that we have to make sure that we stay vigilant on. Wearing face masks are a requirement still within the community. So when you are in the community walking around, when you open your door, it is required that you have a mask on. This is to protect you from any possibilities of COVID-19 ever existing. In addition to that, wearing gloves is helpful. We do have gloves that are available, and you can wear gloves when you're walking around or touching doors, which is always a good idea. You'll probably see me in the hallway using paper towels when I'm using a doorknob or going through, just to keep that added protection. The change that was made last week, where the mail is now being delivered directly from the United States Postal Service to our community, is a great thing because it means that we're going to get our mail faster. We also are not having to hold packages anymore for people. So when a package comes in, we're able to get that to you right away. Those are two amazing things to be able to get your outside communication and items to you as quick as possible. What we are asking though is that when the mail service comes, which is usually between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., that we do not have residents waiting for their mail or being in the mail area. So you'll see us caution tape off that area with the mail personnel inside that caution tape putting mail in there. That's an indicator to you to please stay away from that area and not go in there during that time. The mail carriers are still delivering mail to various places and touching a lot of things. We do not want that to be an added concern. So we are asking that residents stay away from that area during that time. Really, during the lobby time of 9 to 11:30, we should limit our time coming down to the lobby. That's where we receive most of our deliveries and activity during that time. And it just helps us in being able to safeguard you from any potential risks that we have. In addition to that, our pre-screening still continues to go on, where our pre-screen check, you must get pre-screened before going to a visitation with a family member, and your family members must go through pre-screen before they can go up and visit with you. Please do not skip that step. It is a vital part of us being able to do the visitation as we have it today. So after visitation is done, then you should check out with the front desk and also with the pre-screen. So pre-screen can then wipe down the areas up there and make sure they're clean and ready to go for the next family that decides to use that area. That helps us. Please do not turn off the fireplace area up there at all. That area is something that we are monitoring. And we ask that you do not touch that area and do not turn off the fireplace. And that needs to be going on at all times at this point. As far as our regular business goes, everything else is business as unusual, as I like to call it, because it feels like we're in an unusual time in our lives. Making sure that if you have any temperature, if you're checking your temperature and you feel like you're warm, that you notify us immediately. If you have any flu-like symptoms at all, that you also notify us. Any residents that have this, we would be able to screen you and check you, and we do have testing here available for you as well. The same is true for our employees. If they have anything that would warrant us to be able to do a test with the COVID-19, we have the ability to test them and get those answers right away. We did make an announcement last week that our hair stylist, Maria, is coming back into the community to be able to do hair in your apartment, not in the actual salon. So this is similar to if you had her being at your house and doing hair there as a friend and not using her licensure and not using the license that's inside the salon, which is why we are not opening the salon right now, but allowing this to happen. This is a good faith effort where Maria is committed to only servicing our clients here and not servicing other clients outside. And that's why we're not bringing other hairstylists in at this time to the community, because we can only guarantee that you're being helped by just one person and they're not helping other people in other communities or outside, which could bring a threat back in, which we want to avoid. Until the governor lifts the ban right now, we're just trying to make sure that people have the ability to get some of the requirements that they need, like getting their hair cut or done, to be able to assist them in their own apartment. This is a good faith effort that we're watching and maintaining. And I've only seen one person show any kind of concern about this being done in our community. And I just want to reiterate that we are working diligently to make sure that everything is done safely and maintained properly. In our lobby area, I want to make sure that we also talk about that only one person can be in the lobby at a time. And then we also have by the piano another area that one person can be in as well. This is just to make sure that we don't have groups of people sitting next to each other and congregating in one area. The other part that I want to make sure that we talk about is that when you are visiting family members, please make sure that you do sit 6 feet away from them. We are seeing some family members come in really close and trying to help you with either electronics or something else and not adhering to that 6 foot rule. And that is very dangerous. So please do not put yourself into that type of situation. We've talked about people being able to utilize their car to be able to go out of the community and not go into a store, but maybe they're doing a drive or they're getting their car started so that it's running a little bit. Those are safe measures to be able to happen. Going through a drive-through to pick up medication is a safe measure to happen. Go to the grocery store and have the grocery store put in your groceries in your trunk that you've pre-ordered is okay, but not you going into the grocery store is not okay, because right now that is considered one of the areas that we're watching. If you had to go to the hospital, coming back to the community, you would be quarantined for 14 days in your apartment, and you would not have the same luxuries that we have today of having the visitation. You would not also be able to have the ability to come and go out of the community. So please just make sure you're aware of that. If you're going to a doctor's office, doctor offices are mostly scheduled appointments now, and most of the time you're not seeing a large amount of people in there because they're adhering to the rules that are put in place. Usually are pretty safe. We just ask that if you are going to a doctor's office, that you refrain from sitting on chairs or touching walls or knobs of any kind, so that you're keeping yourself safe from that possibility of COVID-19 being on one of those and picking up from there. Always sanitizing and washing your hands before and after you leave those type of offices is really, really important. And then again, just really watching any kind of symptoms that you could have is really, really important. We are still focused on making sure that our same protocols are in place for allowing you to come and go as you feel that you need to, being able to take a walk and getting fresh air, staying away from other people is really, really important still. So making sure that you're not letting your guard down on those type of situations. As far as transportation goes, we currently have not lifted the ban here at the Ackerly at Timberland for transportation. I do know that pretty soon that is something that we are looking at trying to accomplish. So right now, we are still not providing our transportation, but look for more information to come soon to be able to help you with that. All right. Well, that's really what I have for you this week. Again, not a lot of changes, so it's pretty easy to give you what the resident council is now calling Matt Talks. I kind of like that. Being able to just sit and talk with you for a couple minutes so you know what's going on in the community and the updates. We are working every day for you to make sure that you're safe and secure here and that you're getting what you need. If at any time that you feel that you need something extra or you're not getting something, please make sure we know about that so we can address that and help you. As always, it's so nice to be able to sit here and talk to you in a COVID free environment, and I would like to continue to keep it that way. Thank you so much for your time today and tuning in. I'll see you next week, and we'll let you know if any kind of updates that we have. Look for any letters or videos to come through our voice friend. If you currently are not receiving voice friend information, meaning an email or a text alert from us weekly, please make sure the front desk knows about that and we will get your email address and contact information and add you to our emergency system. For now, take care, enjoy the sun when it comes out, enjoy those flowers that are around, and let's just celebrate what we do have, which is a nice, safe, clean, free, COVID free environment to be able to live in. For now, take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.